On today's Arizona Daily Mix, we are celebrating the great minds that have shaped our nation, including the Wright brothers and early days of flight.
Plus, as we celebrate America's 250 this year, we can toast with a local bourbon made specially for the anniversary here in Phoenix.
And if you're looking for a little camping, 4th of July holiday style, here are a few things you need to know before you go. We've got that and much more, and it all starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. I'm Brad Perry.
And I'm Teresa Strasser. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us here live on CW7. We've got a great show for you today.
Yes.
Brad isn't feeling his best.
I am hurting. I'm going to go ahead and say I've reached the point of old where I can't even lay on the couch.
So you're not sore because you did a really difficult workout or anything?
I'm sore that I fell asleep. I fell asleep on the couch yesterday afternoon.
What were you watching? Lawrence Welk?
No, I was watching Widow's Bay.
Oh.
But then Lawrence Welk did come on.
After?
But Widow's Bay. But so now I'm hurt. I'm like sore.
I'm sorry that happened.
The only person I think who would know about this is someone older than me, and that's our Polish director, Michael Petri.
Yeah.
So does he get
Maybe he can loan you some Bengay or some kind of ointment, a liniment for your joints.
Well, I did take a pill that it's legal.
Okay.
And it's supposed to happen all day. It's like one of those all day.
You mean an Advil?
It's not an Advil, it's stronger than Advil.
Oh, okay. But it's going to last you all day?
It's supposed to last all day.
Okay.
I think it's legal because the guy who gave it to me.
On the dark web?
Well, it wasn't dark web.
It was
just a guy on the street.
Okay, no, then I'm sure it's fine. Looking ahead toward the 4th of July, where Brad is not going to fall asleep on his couch because his bones can't handle it.
No.
This isn't just any 4th of July. This is the big one because, of course, as we've been discussing ad nauseum, we are celebrating 250 years of our country.
Take a look at what one local company is doing for America's birthday. Santan Brewing and Distilling is known for their beers, but also known for some amazing spirits, and they're very excited because they have a special bourbon coming out for America's 250th anniversary. And Will, this is pretty cool, isn't it?
It's great. Yeah, we were selected by the Secretary of State's office to commemorate America's 250th birthday with our bourbon. A portion of every bottle sold goes back to help the Arizona Traveling Museum that's currently on display at the state capitol.
I love this. All right, let's talk about this bourbon because, again, you're saying 2 years?
That's our 2-year bourbon. We've also got a 4-year bourbon and some other great whiskeys, but the one for America's 250th birthday is surrounded on our 2-year bourbon.
I love it. Okay, talk about the different bourbons because that's very interesting where you said 4 and 2.
Yep, so we're talking about the amount of time that it's in a barrel. So we have our 2-year bourbon. That means it spends a minimum of 2 years in the barrel. We also have a 4-year bourbon, 4 years in the barrel. We also have a 4-year rye, 4-year American single malt, and we even have some 7-year rye and 7-year American single malt barrels.
And all distilled right here.
Grain to glass right here in Chandler.
This is so cool. What's also very important people to understand when you say bourbon, everyone's like Kentucky bourbon, but that's not true. As long as bourbon's made in America, it's bourbon?
Yep, so bourbon has to do with the mash bill and the type of barrels that it goes into. So it's got to be at least 51% corn, and it's got to go into new American charred oak barrels, and then it's got to be done in America.
I like that. Okay, we got the 4 regular bottles. This is the special bottle here.
Yep.
That's just for America's 250th anniversary.
Yep.
But you guys are also very excited because a lot of people might want to try to make a copy of the Santan, bourbon, but they can't because of this right here.
Yeah, all of our brand new bottles also have the Arizona flag embossed on the bottom of them, whether it's our round bottles or our square bottles. All of our spirits have that Arizona flag.
I like this. This is very cool. Okay, let's talk about who Jacob is.
Jacob Waltz is the Lost Dutchman of the Superstition Mountains. So if you know the Lost Dutchman mine out in the Superstition Mountains where there's lore of lost gold and things that way, that's all surrounding Jacob Waltz. So not only are we making the liquid here, but we're also bringing in Arizona figureheads for our names.
I like that. Okay, when it comes to drinking the bourbon, there are a couple of different ways to drink it. So let's talk about those for those to enjoy a good bourbon.
Good bourbon, one, try it neat. That's where you're going to get it in all its glory. and every bit of what's in it, those what's in the barrels and in the mash bill and everything that way, you're going to get it when you try it neat.
All right, and then we have...
Then you can go on the rocks. You can do a big cube, you can do a handful of ice cubes, anything that way, and a simple pour right over the ice.
I like that. And then there's a lot of different drinks they do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's plenty of drinks that you can do with bourbon. You can do bourbon and some sort of cola, Coke, whatever your preference is, right? You can do it with tea and lemonade. You can do a bourbon mule, or you can just go to a classic with a bourbon old fashioned.
Okay, old fashioned. What's in an old fashioned?
In an old fashioned, you've got your bourbon, you've got your bitters, and a little bit of simple syrup.
All right, but
Real
if I
easy.
don't want to do all that, I mean, what do you recommend?
If you don't want to do all that, we've made it even easier for you. All you need is some ice and a little bit of our pre-made old fashioned, and you just pour that straight over the ice.
And we're all set.
And you're all set.
I like that. That's very easy. I love that you guys also do a lot of education out here on not just about the spirits and the beer, but how things are made and how you use stuff right here in Arizona to keep it Arizona grown.
Yeah, so we do give tours on a weekly basis, so people can come in and see, everything that goes on with our brewery and distillery, and we absolutely educate them not only about the beers and the spirits, but things that we do special with our mash filter press to help save water, and also how we use the Arizona climate with the heat and the temperature swings to be able to age our whiskeys.
I love it. I love it. Okay, where can people find your bourbon, and especially the anniversary one?
The easiest way is to go to santandistilling.com/find, and there's a bottle finder on there. You plug in your zip code, and it'll give you the closest location to be able to buy everything.
I like it. Well, happy anniversary, America. 250 years, maybe to another 250.
There we go.
Later in the show, see where you can choose from over 1,000 board games, and you pair your game with a cocktail.
But first, as we celebrate 250 years of America, we explore the meaning behind the document that started our country. That's next.
250 years after the Declaration of Independence, Americans are still arguing about its meaning. Authors David Bobb and Tony Williams explore that story in their new book, Divided Over the Declaration. Welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you both. Congratulations on the book. It's getting incredible reviews from critics and from readers alike.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having us. The response has been incredible, more than we could have hoped for.
Well, let's go back in time. So 250 years ago, what were Americans most agreeing on about the Declaration, and what were they disagreeing on?
Americans were debating the question of independence for a year while we were at war with Great Britain. And the major question was, should we separate from Great Britain or not? And then once they decided that question, then they had a debate over the Declaration and changed about 25% of the text. But this should not surprise us, right? Because the Declaration sets up self-government, and it's a product of debate and deliberation and moderation. And it's that debate and deliberation that forges a consensus around the principles. And then the great task of self-government is to turn that creed into deeds.
So here we are 250 years later. What do you think as Americans most unites us today, and what most divides us today?
Well, you can look to, some of the comments from those who are visiting our country from all over the world now. It's fascinating, isn't it, to see what those who are here as visitors say. This is the America I was seeking. Wow, you're all so friendly. I feel really welcome here. The other place to go to see unity is a naturalization ceremony. It's a beautiful thing. A lot of them are held on Independence Day. There was a documentary done a few years ago where the filmmaker went to one in every state. What you heard was opportunity, equality, liberty, religious freedom. I can be myself here. That's what we're united around. And those are all Declaration values. And so the great news is we are less divided than it might seem that we are. That's one of the fundamental points we're making in this book.
And that's probably why people are loving the book, because it's so great to hear that. And you made a great point about the visitors coming here. I assume you mean for the World Cup. And so, we're also united over ranch dressing. I don't know if that's in your book.
Yeah, that'll have to be the sequel. But, it's more than just kind of mom apple pie and, Americana or the kitsch. What we argue in the book is that even though we've had an argument, and after all, America's a home, it's an idea, as Tony just said, right? It's a creed, but it's also an argument. And it's not to say that we're a particularly disputatious people, but what we've given everyone since that declaration is the room to argue. And the argument has, for many, in most cases, has been really productive. It pushes us forward and makes us a better people.
I love that framing of it, and I want to talk about some of the biggest inflection points in our history. Suffrage, the civil rights movement, the abolition of slavery. How did those movements draw on the Declaration?
Right. Well, during this argument, as David points out, for 250 years, the Declaration has been at the center of American debates over policy and rights and laws and so forth, foreign policy. And so immediately after the Declaration, during the American Revolution and right after, enslaved people heard and saw the ideals of the Declaration, and they said, that applies to me. And so they launched freedom suits and issued freedom petitions to legislatures for their freedom, and they won. And the Declaration also forced white Americans to face the contradiction of slavery and freedom. And so there's emancipation movements in the North. There are private manumissions of African Americans as this freedom movement grows and it's applied and it becomes more inclusionary. The Women of Seneca Falls in 1848, they hold this great convention for women's rights, and they use the Declaration. They rewrite it a little bit, and they say all men and women are created equal. And they claim the inalienable right to suffrage, and they also claim in their list of grievances that there's a long history of repeated injuries and usurpations of man against woman. But the Declaration was also right at the very heart of the civil rights movement. As Martin Luther King and John Lewis, these great Americans, stand at the Lincoln Memorial on the March on Washington, and they claim those rights. They have hope, and they assert that after 340 years of segregation and slavery, that they are here for what King calls a promissory note, that promise of equality, that promise of freedom. And he makes that claim, and they win some significant legislation for voting rights and for civil rights. So it's really, these are just great moments, not only in the book, but in our shared history.
Well, thank you so much, Tony, David. The book is Divided Over the Declaration. It's available now wherever books are sold. Thank you so much for the book and for the great talk.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Happy 250.
To you as well.
Coming up, Ohio or North Carolina? We'll hear the story about where the flight first took off in our country.
Find CW7 Arizona on all your favorite platforms. YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, Fubo TV, DirecTV Stream, DirecTV, Dish, Cox, and Sparklight. CW7 Arizona. It's all good.
For more than a century, Ohio and North Carolina have shared a friendly debate over the Wright brothers.
Yeah, Ohio calls itself the birthplace of aviation.
Then North Carolina comes along and claims first in flight.
Ooh, but the real story of the first airplane is bigger than either state.
Lauren Wood takes us to Kitty Hawk and then back to Dayton.
Before Wilbur and Orville, people really did say if God had wanted us to fly, he would have given us wings.
Long before the first flight ever happened in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the work that made it possible was happening hundreds of miles away in Dayton, Ohio. Not just inside a bicycle shop, but inside a city that was teeming with invention. A place where people built things, fixed things, tested things, and believed that problems could be solved.
It was just like this perfect cauldron of innovation that we had here in Dayton.
Wright family descendant Stephen Wright says Dayton did more than give the brothers a place to work. It shaped the way they thought.
Their parents were a little different for the time period that they grew up. Their parents allowed them to explore whatever interested them.
The brothers were not trained engineers, nor were they just bicycle mechanics. They were printers, readers, tinkerers, and as Paul Jameson, another Wright descendant, explains, they were careful students of a problem many people thought could not be solved.
They were inquisitive, they were dogged, they were meticulous.
But Dayton couldn't give them everything. They needed soft sand, isolation, and wind.
Neil Armstrong is famous for saying that Ohio provided the know-how and North Carolina provided the wind.
Kitty Hawk offered more than just wind. When Wilbur wrote to the Outer Banks looking for a place to test his plane, the response helped seal the decision.
He closed it with, most of all, we have friendly people who will help you in any way we can. And I think it was that tipped it for Wilbur.
When Orville and Wilbur came here over 120 years ago, Kitty Hawk was isolated, difficult to reach, and brutally windy, but it was those conditions that made it perfect for their flight experiments.
And I'm sure the scuttle when those two gentlemen from Ohio, dressed in their full suits, appeared on the Outer Banks, they probably thought that they were beamed down from another world or planet because they had never seen anybody that fancy before.
Lisa Brickhouse Davis is the great-granddaughter of first flight witness Johnny Moore. She says local families helped move equipment, shared information, and welcomed the brothers into a remote community that helped shape history.
It definitely is a sense of pride. I get very emotional sometimes thinking about it.
At the Wright Brothers National Memorial in North Carolina and the Wright Brothers National Museum in Dayton, visitors still have strong opinions about where aviation really began.
I think aviation really began here. I mean, this is like the first recorded place of it.
That's where they got it off the ground. But I mean, all of their research and design was in Ohio.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind it's Dayton, Ohio. The Wright brothers are born and raised here. They made it, they designed it, they did 3 or 4 failures here.
Well, I think the airplane was created in Dayton and it was born here.
But Wright family descendant Amanda Wright Lane says it may be bigger than either location.
I think the Wright brothers' story belongs to every American. I believe they came from pretty humble backgrounds and they had a dream and they didn't let the naysayers stop them.
And maybe that is why this story has endured. Not because it's an Ohio story or a North Carolina story, but because it's an American story.
After Wilbur and Orville, what they were saying was people like me, flesh and blood human beings, using their own hands and their own brains, built a machine, weighs a bajillion pounds, runs down a runway and takes off into the air. If we can do that as human beings, what can't we do?
For the Wright brothers, it took the imagination and engineering happening here in Dayton and the conditions they found in Kitty Hawk to change the world. But more than a century later, their legacy isn't only an airplane. It's the idea that ordinary people can solve extraordinary problems. In Dayton, I'm Lauren Wood.
Coming up, we're getting a taste of Barcelona at Scottsdale Fashion Square when the mix comes back. Welcome, 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 and one more welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. There's still a lot, one more lot to come.
Including our top story of the day.
Okay, this is pretty nice if you are getting paid in the month of July, an extra paycheck.
That's right. If you get paid weekly, you will get 5 checks in the month of July.
Yes.
You're not going to make any more annually. That's just kind of how it falls. Right. April and May are that way, and then next in October. So if you are paid weekly, look to get 5 checks in July.
And if you're paid bi-weekly, you'll get 3 checks, but this is the catch here.
Yeah.
If you're paid on June 25th or 26th,
then you won't.
You won't get an extra one.
Also, experts are saying if you are one of these people that get 5 checks in July instead of 4, you should take that money. And what should you do?
You should,
Starbucks?
No,
That's what
you put it away and you pretend like you didn't get paid.
You sock it away and you pretend it never happened.
And you know what's so funny? I actually pretend I don't get paid because I really don't get paid. My money's gone already, so I don't know what I'm pretending.
Before you even do, it automatically goes in, and then the auto debit sucks it out with all the bills.
It's not even
And
auto
then
debit. It bypasses the bank, I think, goes right
to the kids.
Yeah, that's true too.
It goes into the Venmo and to the kids.
There
But
you go.
anyway, good news for you.
Yes.
If you are paid weekly or bi-weekly.
And you still get taxed on it.
Yeah, of course you do.
And it's not an extra tax, it's just your extra pay.
That's it. That's the story.
There you go. That's our top story of the day. If you want more details, head on over to our website, cw7az.com, or scan the QR code that Brian Sissick made right there on the screen.
He made that.
Yeah, he did.
He crafted it himself. It's bespoke.
I love it.
It's an artisanal QR code right here.
It is. All right. A Taste of Spain has arrived in the Valley.
A popular Barcelona-born tapas concept has opened its newest location right here in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's the brand's first spot outside of California.
Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Xavier Beltran, or in Spanish, Xavier Beltran. We are here at Fashion Square at Teleferic, Barcelona. When people walk in the restaurant, we want them to feel like they just traveled to Spain all at once, avoiding the flight. They appear and they are in Spain. We want this happiness we have in Spain, this way of socialization, and this is what we want them to feel that. Spanish dining and culture is family style, always sharing everyone around the table, most times even grabbing from the same plate. The way we do it, not use your silverware, use your fingers, eat the croqueta with your fingers, give someone a spoon to try. I mean, this is our idea. The restaurant got started in Barcelona in 1992. It's a family-owned business. Duo siblings, Xavi and Maria Padrosa, own the restaurant. They both decide what we are going to cook and how to keep this Spanish tradition, but especially the aesthetics. Maria, she's really, really good at that. She designs each and every restaurant. Right now we have 6 restaurants in California. They knew the right spot to be was Arizona, was Scottsdale, and was here in Fashion Square. Every Teleferic has attached a Spanish market where we also curate an important list of cheese, wines, beers, and Spanish brands. We use it a lot, so we don't miss Spain. We have a bit of Spain in here. We love what we do. We love cooking. We love eating as well, of course. These are the Iberian oysters. We add some gazpacho on top. Gazpacho is a very typical Spanish cold tomato soup. These are the Wagyu empanadas with a Wagyu tartar. It melts in your mouth. It's really, really good. These are our ají tuna taquitos, filled with some guacamole and ají tuna marinated. The gambas al ajillo. You can find gambas al ajillo almost in every Spanish restaurant. Prawns cooked in garlic oil. We pair it with bread because it's like almost you cannot avoid to soak the bread in this delicious garlic oil. These are the Iberico ham croquetas. I would say croquetas are almost our national recipe. There are many variations on the croquetas. These ones are the Iberico ham. Paellas are the stars of the house. It feeds 4 people or even more than 4 because, well, it's huge. It's massive with this big tomahawk on top of it. Paella is direct translation of sharing. It's our idea of a barbecue in Spain. You cook a huge paella on Sundays around the family, friends, and you share moments. You share even the same pan. You grab from the same pan. This is our culture. Last but not least, we have the sweets. Churros are very common in Spain. It's like our street food. In Spain, especially Mediterranean part, we grow a lot of citrus, especially oranges. We recreate a Spanish orange with orange mousse coated in orange gelatin. Here in Scottsdale, exclusively, we have the Branchalona. We like to call it Branchalona because it's a branch from Barcelona. It's very fun. And well, we have other experiences we are only having here in Scottsdale, like the Evolution of Sound Saturday nights with the live DJ performances, flamenco dancers, and everything is only exclusive here in Scottsdale.
Coming up, as you explore Route 66 for the Centennial, we'll show you a must-stop in Williams. That's coming up next.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of DJ's Wild West Junction by City of Williams.
Here at DJ's Wild West Junction, the spirit of the Wild West comes to life. Am I right? This guy never shuts up. For me to adequately set the scene here. It is so stunning. First of all, a wall of pines surrounds us. That's our view over there. And here, it very much feels like we are on a movie set, and that makes sense, right, Dan?
Absolutely. The junction originally was a motor court, was basically a block wall hotel, a bunch of hotel rooms in 2003. A group of investors from Hollywood purchased it, and they envisioned a Wild West junction, and this is what they created by Hollywood set designers.
And one of them still lives in the area,
Still lives in
right?
town, yes he does. Yeah, the original artist that drew all these up, yeah.
Dan, you and your wife Judy purchased this pretty recently. You were going to retire, and then next thing you know, you own DJ's Wild West Junction, a saloon, a steakhouse, a hotel.
Yep.
What were you thinking?
I don't think we were really. We actually just fell in love with the property, and we've always loved Williams, and this just seemed to be the perfect fit for us.
And tell me you love Westerns.
Oh, absolutely. John Wayne's my guy.
That's your guy?
Yep, John Wayne. Anything old, any old Western, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, all those guys. I like the old Westerns.
True Grit, the good, the bad, the ugly, Unforgiven.
Unforgiven, yep.
Which is one of my favorites. And
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach is a great one. We just looked at some of the hotel rooms, and it's stunning. They each have a theme.
Thank you. Yes, they do. They're all different themed.
The Bordello, you said, is frequently requested.
The Bordello is the most requested room. They see it on our website, or they've been here before. Many of them have been here before, and the Bordello is exactly what it says. It looks like a bordello.
There you go, for a romantic night.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, with your loved one.
Right, absolutely.
The movie room?
The movie room is done in old Western movies. There's a Clint Eastwood hat in there from Pale Rider.
Okay, yeah.
And
I love that one.
A bunch of...
Clint's my guy. Clint's my guy. The food here, of which we're looking at, this is like hearty cowboy food.
Yes.
Where you've been roping steer all day. You've been chasing bad guys.
That's it.
You and the sheriff, you took your posse over the mountain, and now you're hungry.
Correct. And here we have a ribeye steak. This
Beautiful.
is
that
our
big enough? It looks like Fred Flintstone.
It's a 16-ounce ribeye steak. Yep. And then the Tombstone, which is a sampling of all of our items. We have the chicken wings, rodeo ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, and then we have our half-rack governor, which is our rodeo ribs, full dinner.
Beautiful. And by the way, I did read some reviews online, and your ribs are extremely popular.
Yes, they are.
Tender, melts in your mouth.
Absolutely. We smoke all of our own meats here on property.
Oh, nice.
They're all smoked here on property. The rubs and barbecue sauces are all our own.
Are a lot of your guests locals to Arizona, locals to the U.S., or are you getting people from around the world?
We get people from everywhere. Korea, Italy, Germany.
Italy, where a lot of Westerns were shot?
Yep, a lot of Westerns, a lot of the spaghetti Westerns, yes, were shot in Italy. It was Clint Eastwood's era.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Sergio Leone.
Sergio Leone, yes.
And I noticed already some kids walking around. There's something to see everywhere.
Everywhere,
It's
yeah.
a great place for families. So if you love Westerns and you've got a fistful of dollars, why not spend them here?
Absolutely. And, you know, you always, you know, hang out in the jail for a little bit, take a few photos and, you know, leave the kids in there for a minute or two.
I like your style. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of DJ's Wild West Junction by City of Williams.
Coming up, find out what you need to know before going camping this summer next.
We're all about having fun, and we want you to come along with us. From dance trends to behind the scenes to a look at some must-try places in the Valley. And we want to share it all with you. Connect with us on Facebook and Instagram.
With the 4th of July weekend upon us and you're heading up north to camp, here are some tips to keep you and the wildlife safe.
What you should know about coming up to the high country is to ensure that your vehicle and equipment are safe and secure prior to hitting the road, checking weather conditions as well as road conditions. When I talk about vehicle safety and equipment, it's ensuring you have a safety kit in your car, plenty of water on hand for you and your passengers, and checking your equipment, making sure that chains are put up and not dragging and sparking on the ground, as well as things are not coming off of your camper, trailer, whatever you're hauling. Coming up to the Tonto National Forest on the Payson Ranger District, you're coming up to elevation at 5,000 feet, give or take. You need to bring plenty of water. Ideal hiking conditions, temperature-wise, are 50 to 55. So even in the valley, we know that we're way above that, and up here, we're above that, sitting around 90 today. Stay on the path, please. There's a lot of great trails. You'll see some user-created trails. Try not to tread on those. And when you visit the National Forest anywhere in the state, look up and leave no trace is what we always talk about, which is picking up your trash, taking care of things, and being tidy. Anytime you're visiting your national forest, I encourage you to go onto the websites and see what are current restrictions. It can fluctuate based on conditions throughout the season. We look at various attributes in the forest to gauge how dry it is, and hence elevate our emergency fire restrictions, whether there's fires, no fires, propane tanks or no propane tanks. So check each individual forest on where you're going to check out latest restrictions. When you're visiting Rim Country, there's some remote areas you're going to be in. So again, checking weather, checking roads, making sure you have good communications, letting people know where you're going to go and when you're going to be back. That is very important visiting the high country, given our lack of cell service in so many areas. Generally, we have several different options for campsites. There's campgrounds, there's dispersed camping areas. And for each one of those, largely for the campgrounds, you'll want to go on to recreation.gov to then reserve spots. They have a mix of reservable spots and then come as you are spots as well. Let's remember, when you're visiting any of your national forests, camp etiquette is important, and respecting your neighbors and being quiet at certain hours and keeping a clean campsite as well. There are plenty of animals in your national forest, and we always ask people, if you have an encounter, just observe from afar. Don't feed the animals. If you encounter any bears, start backing away. Cubs are cute. They're not a pet to take home, and they're not something to get close to because mama is usually around somewhere. Please stop by here in Payson Ranger Station. Our operating hours are from 8 to 4:30 with a lunch hour of 12:30 to 1:30 in the afternoons. This is Monday through Friday. Anytime stop by at that time, we have folks that can help you with information on maps and guide you. As well, when you get up on the rim, there's the visitor center, which is a nice visitor center at the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest. And then if you go north to the Coconino, you can find a ranger station up there to get more information on those particular areas.
Coming up, we're checking out some of the top Prime deals that you can find online when the Mix returns.
Join CW7 Arizona in celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Visit CW7AZ.com to explore a list of local Independence Day celebrations and find the perfect way to honor America's past, celebrate its present, and look ahead to its future.
We don't have to tell you that it's hot. You already know that it's hot, but if you're looking for something fun to do indoors where the AC is as cool as the vibes, we've got that.
Yeah, Snakes and Lattes has more than 1,000 board games plus food, drinks. Check out the new favorite spot for game night.
We are a board game and bar restaurant based out of Toronto. In Canada, the actual game Chutes and Ladders is called Snakes and Ladders. So it's a little bit of a play on that. So we are a board game bar and restaurant here in Arizona. We have over 1,000 board games for everybody to play. To play the board games, it's only $6 per person. You can come in, access our game wall of over 1,000 board games. At this point, I feel like we're at 1,100. We're always adding new arrivals all the time. But you pay the game fee, you can play as long as you'd like, stay as long as you'd like.
If you ever come in and you're not sure what type of game to play or if you need any suggestions, we have our game librarians on staff. I'm actually one of those, which is really cool. We have a really vast knowledge of board games, from party games to strategy. We know a lot and we try our best to learn them for you guys. So if you have questions about how to play the games or if you just need suggestions on them, we have a plethora of knowledge for it.
We're full of all different types of experiences here at Snakes. In the daytime, in the morning, we definitely have a lot more families and coming in, playing those nostalgic board games that everybody likes playing. But once we get into the late night hours where, you know, some of the grown folk like to come out, we like to turn up the vibe a little bit more. We like to play those risque board games, things like Tapple, things like Telestrations After Dark. We have the music playing a little bit louder. So we are a one-stop shop for everybody. It's a whole atmosphere thing. You have people that are playing, you know, very hard strategic games that are like 1v1, and so that you see them really concentrated. But on the opposite side of the restaurant, you can find 10 people playing one big board game like Telestrations or Q's and Q's, probably our most popular title. And people are competitive. You know, it's nice seeing how people can get so aggressive with their family and friends playing all these different styles of board games.
Some of the food and beverages that we offer here at Snakes and Lattes, we have a lot of really yummy comfort food. So all the way from burgers and pizzas to bowls and salads. We have a lot of good appetizers as well. We also are a full bar and coffee, so we have lots of delicious lattes. We have delicious cocktails and mocktails that are all themed around different board games that we offer. Like our Exploding Kitten, based around the board game. We have the Calico, which is going to be like a horchata type of style drink. It is really, really delicious. We also have all of our like lattes, so we can do classic lattes, cappuccinos, cortados, anything like that. We have our happy hour here at Snakes and Lattes. That is going to be Monday through Friday, 2 to 6. And then we also are going to have our After Dark, our Snakes After Dark version, which is going to be on Fridays and Saturdays, 9 to 2. And those are going to be drink deals and food deals. We have a lot of really, really cool events here at Snakes. Like we have general trivia that happens every single Wednesday, and that's just general knowledge for anybody that wants to come through. We also have our themed trivias that are going to be a different pop culture and icons that if you're a really big nerd about stuff, we have that for you. We also are going to have a lot of cool events coming up. We have puzzle tournaments and different things on the out. So we're on Instagram, TikTok, and our website, Snakes and Lattes Tempe.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Best Reviews.
Prime Day delivers savings for every budget with prices too good to pass up. And the Best Reviews team is zeroing in on the Prime Day deals to improve life around the house, boost your health, and make summer pool days unforgettable.
Ashley Howard is standing by with the best products at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Epic Discounts by bestreviews.com. I'm Ashley Howard. Scan the QR code on your screen to get ready to save big because Prime Day is here, and we are talking big deals on products for your home, health, and pool. So let's get to it. First up, I know you do not want to spend your summer days cleaning floors, so let the dreamy L40 Ultra Gen 2 robotic vacuum and mop do the job for you. It has an extendable side brush and mop to reach tight corners and suck up debris from the tightest spaces. When it's done, it goes right back to its fully automated dock, which washes the mops and empties the dustbin all on its own. All right, let's move to the next Amazon Prime Day deal in health and wellness. Whether you're just getting started or you already have a routine, meet the Murray Vibration Plate. Just a few minutes a day on the plate helps activate your muscles and support circulation with minimal effort and setup. Whether you're standing, stretching, or recovering after a workout, the Murray is going to make you feel good. Now, if you have a pool, you know how much work it takes to keep it clean, and we already decided we are not spending our summer days like that, so Aper is changing the game with two incredible robotic pool cleaners that deliver 360-degree pool coverage and 24/7 expert-level cleaning. The Aper Scuba V3 runs on cognitive AI Navium mode, which creates automatic weekly cleaning plans based on your pool's size, its cleaning history, and even the weather. The second part, which is the Eco Surfer S2, floats on the surface and features solar-seeking technology. When the battery gets low, it automatically seeks out sunlight to recharge. And lastly, now that your pool is spotless, jump in and take a lap with the iGarden Portable Swim Jet. It mimics open water conditions for swim training, and it can also turn your pool into a home water park and spa massage. The best part, you can control it all from your mobile device. Takes 1 minute to set up and works with both in-ground and above-ground pools. Remember, Prime Day runs from June 23rd to June 26th. All right, let's take one last look at today's products, helping you save money. Head to epicdiscounts.com or scan the QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar.
And you can find more on the products and where to buy them on our website, cw7az.com.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Best Reviews. We're so glad that you're watching CW7 Arizona today. Be sure to check us out online as well. See the trending stories that you need to know, program information, and so much more. It's all good over on cw7az.com. Find CW7 Arizona on all your favorite platforms. YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, Fubo TV, DirecTV Stream, DirecTV, Dish, Cox, and Sparklight. CW7 Arizona. It's all good.
To Prescott for the World's Oldest Rodeo. We'll show you where to stay.
Plus, see how you can plan your Route 66 road trip for the Centennial at the start of the Mother Road, the very start, which is where?
Chicago.
That's
Chicago.
Right.
So, all right, and also we'll be seeing a stunning new home on the market in Scottsdale for our Property Pulse segment.
For more on anything we talked about during the show today, go to our website, cw7az.com. Have a great day. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Bye.
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by Best Reviews and City of Williams, DJ's Wild West Junction.